How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the M2 Motor YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today, one of the SEMA vehicles is arriving on transport. My friend Willie is towing it up, and his wife Reina is riding along with him. And yeah, they'll be here in just a bit. But if you haven't already, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're doing the merch giveaway. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, all you gotta do is subscribe to this channel, drop a like, and follow our social media accounts on Facebook and Instagram. All the links are in the description below. But yeah, today's a pretty exciting day. So the car that's showing up in just a bit is my 2021 Ford Mustang GT. By the time you see this video, the car will already be debuted at SEMA. So I apologize for not putting this out sooner. This project had to be kept a secret, more or less, while we're working on it. So you'll get to see in just a bit. But before the car shows up, I do want to show you some of the stuff that just came in today. Thank you to Stan and Toyo Tires for the tires and TSW Wheels for the wheels. These are for the Lexus, not for the Mustang. So, you know, all these projects are going on simultaneously. So trying my best to get everything done. Space in my garage is kind of at a luxury, I guess, right now. It's been cleaning up and clearing everything out. Here, if you can see here, this is all empty cardboard boxes. Here's some more parts that have been piling up that need to get installed on the Mustang, which is going to happen. A lot of it's going to happen on Monday and later today and tomorrow. So this pile should hopefully be gone soon. This is all recyclable cardboard. My recyclable bin in the side of the house is full, like filled to the brim with other cardboard boxes. I started consolidating, going through, and all the parts that have been coming in, you know, everything comes in a cardboard box. So it's been piling up. If you've seen the earlier videos, you will know that pretty much this whole part of the garage was, you know, piled about my height, which is 6 feet from, you know, and taking up a whole car's parking spot. So once I throw all this away, we're good, or once trash day comes. But I've been using the larger boxes as actual full-on disposable trash bins now, instead of using my little trash bin. Makes things nicer. And we have one extra SEMA booth vehicle that's coming to SEMA. It's super last minute. It's my friend Richard. He is driving out from San Antonio starting, I believe, Tuesday, and should get into town Thursday night, I think, or Friday morning. He has to make a couple stops along the way, but he does have a set of black Rhino wheels there that we're waiting for tires to show up before I help him get it mounted and balanced. Those are from Mickey Thompson. So thank you to everybody at Mickey Thompson for supporting his project. And then we have there the wheels for the Mustang, and obviously the Lexus stuff, and all the stuff from Mother's. I made little gift box or gift sets for each of the cars going to SEMA that I personally don't own. My own stash is back in the cabinet, and now my supply cabinet is practically full. So yeah, but the Mustang should show up in just a bit. I'll check back in when it does, and you can see how it's looking. It definitely does need a deep detail, which is part of the plan. Have a couple of things that need to be, I have a few things that I need to finish on it. So actually quite a lot of things that need to be finished on it. So we'll go through all that and show you the process of getting all that done. I know a lot of the footage for this build has been kind of on and off, just for the fact being, when we get into, you know, kind of like into a focused mode, sometimes myself and Steve forget to set up the GoPro or click record while we're doing all that. So we apologize, but you know, please enjoy the content that we're putting out.
One pathetic sob story later.
It's obviously a few hours later. Willie took a little while to get here. A little bit of traffic coming into town, and it's a EDC weekend. So I didn't eat all day, and I was in a hunger rage. So didn't unload right then, went to go eat with Willie and his wife Reina. Congratulations to you two on getting married. Really happy for you guys. So yeah, we unloaded the Mustang. It was just me and him unloading, so here it is. I know it's pitch black outside. I'm actually about to detail this thing and start cleaning it up. I am very full from all you can eat shabu, so I don't want to be wrenching, not in the mood for it, but I can wash and clean up the car. The trunk is filled with all sorts of stock parts, and so is the whole interior of the car. As you can see there, I have some nice seat covers over these very fancy Recaro seats. I'm just in the process of unloading and figuring out where I'm gonna put everything where it's out of the way and I have enough space to work in the garage. Space is at a luxury now, so gonna go ahead and take care of that, start getting the car washed and go from there. So here is the Mustang. Turn on the lights. Pretty sure it's dark, but the car is filthy, really bad. It's been raining in Southern California, so I don't know if the light is picking up, but it's pretty disgusting. There's water spots. It's been through everything. It's pretty much been parked outdoors for the better part of a month and a half, and it's been raining on and off, and this car has been, again, sitting outside. So I'm gonna go ahead, wash this thing over, take a look. If I have to scrub it again, I will. Then bring it into the garage and start detailing it. I still gotta clear up some space up here. Just finished washing the car. I pulled it in and wiped it down to dry it. I was expecting to have to scrub this car down twice, but after one scrub down, it's actually okay. I'm gonna be washing this car again later, right before it goes off to the convention center. So not a huge deal, but I don't know if the camera can pick it up. There is a bunch of water spots from when the car was first transported from Michigan. So I need to get all of that out, and there's miscellaneous, stuff stuck in the paint. That'll all come out with a clay bar job. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that, and I'll update you as I go. I'm not even keeping track of time right now, but I've done 3 rounds of clay bar to the hood. Let me explain. The first round I go fairly light because it's a black car. Anytime you are too abrasive or whatever, it really shows up. Black shows everything, so I'm being very careful. The first round picked up all the little bits of sediment, whether it's a little part of bird dropping or whatever. The car wash got it all out, but there's little specks of yellow that stuck on the paint. Took all that out, all the very visible and apparent stuff. I went over with the clay bar again. I was doing half the hood at a time. The second time, the quick detail, when you're using the detail as kind of like a lubricant for the clay bar, as you're going back and forth, everything, the liquid still coming out brown, meaning the hood's still dirty. And so I finished that, and I was like, you know what, let me try one more time. So I went with it a third time on both sides of the hood, and on the third time it's finally coming out clear, and it actually feels really good now. So now I can go through, and I'm actually gonna hit it still with the orbital, just because there's little things that I'm seeing that the clay bar is not gonna take it out, but I do want this to come out really good. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish clay barring the rest of the main areas of the car, and the smaller areas, like in between the graphics, the eighth going over the pillar, anything close to the vinyl, I don't wanna use an orbital on. I'm gonna do all that by hand, but I'm gonna go ahead and clay bar the rest of the car. My first concern was the main big area of paint, which is the hood, which I was able to clay bar pretty clean, and it looks pretty good. The only thing though is there's a lot of little scratches everywhere, but that was there since I've taken possession of the car. So, now it's showing again. So I have to go through with an orbital, do rubbing compound, do the whole steps of polishing and everything to get it all out and make sure this thing looks like glass for the show. So I'm gonna keep going. As I said, I don't plan on going to sleep till later tonight, so I'm just gonna keep going at this until it's done. I know I'm doing this way early, but I wanted to make sure that if there's anything that needs to be repainted, touched up, or whatever, it is done way before the show. I don't want any last minute, exterior imperfections that I can find. I'm very particular, and this is a black car, so you need to be extra careful about how you do it, because I don't want to have to do the whole process over again. So do it the first time, do it right, and get it done. So back to it. All right, so I pretty much clay barred the whole car. While I was doing that, guess who decided to visit? There's Huey. So I clay barred the entire car. There's some streaks of quick detail everywhere, not worried about it. What I'm gonna do now is actually go through and use the mother's orbital to polish and everything on The car, unfortunately the light's not too great. I can see, but I know the camera's not picking it up. There's little scratches and swirls everywhere, so I do have to go through the compound process and, you know, go through the multiple stages. Thank you, mothers, for sending me the new Wax Attack 2. Really excited to use this. So I'll be doing a full 3-stage process on this to get all the little scratches and swirls out. I'm gonna start with the trunk and then work on the fenders and the hood and the other side and, you know, different areas of the car so I can get this done. I do a quick time lapse for you, but it's kind of dark and the camera's not picking up much, so kind of pointless, and I'm working on the back half of the car right now. Maybe I'll do a time lapse when I hit the front half. 5 to 6 hours later from when I started working on the detail for this. It does take a lot of time. This is a black car, so I needed to be real meticulous about how I went about it to make sure it's done correctly. I am definitely tired, but the car is looking good. I'm pretty much done. I just need to go and hand polish the bottom of the upper front grille. I know that the camera can't pick it up. There's a couple water spots and stuff that I had to get out for whatever reason. It wasn't coming out. So I need to do it again tomorrow, but I want to do it when there's more daylight so I can kind of see better what I'm doing. But overall, the hood, I don't know if you can, if the camera's picking it up, but the clarity is pretty much all there. Any orange peel that you see, that is in the factory paint, but all the sediment, everything that has been etched onto the paint, water spots, and whatnot, all gone. On the hood, again, I did 3 rounds of clay bar before I went through the mother's full 3-stage of polishing, you know, sealing and wax. And on the doors, on the panels that were more not facing up, it wasn't as bad. So like on the front end, pretty much the fenders, the hood, the bumper, I did 3 rounds of clay bar because everything just kept coming out. But on the upper part of the doors wasn't so bad. Underneath the graphics, it was clay barred already, and thank you, Sid, for prepping the panel, because I went and felt the panel and it actually feels baby smooth already. So you know, so it's good. The trunk, I had to do 3 rounds, actually 4 rounds of clay bar. Things kept coming out of the paint. So, you know, it was quite not in the best, cleanest position, but I know it's really dark. But there are a few scratches here. I don't know how they got there, but they're there. I do need to polish them out, but they'll come out, so I'm not worried about it. But overall, the trunk feels 100 times better than it previously did. Same as the rear bumper. The rear quarters are looking beautiful, so I'm really happy. I just gotta, like I said, touch up a couple spots. Tomorrow I will look at the car in the sun to see what I missed and what I need to work on. But overall, this car should only need a quick basic wash right before it rolls in for SEMA next week or for the following week. So yeah, I'm really excited that the long tedious part's done. All I got left to do is some wrenching, so I'm really excited for that, which I'll capture in another video. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.